Hey everyone, Stiggy here, and welcome to my first look at City Skylines II. So to start off, I disabled the depth of field mode and the motion blur, but am for the moment going to leave my resolution at 4K because I have a 4K monitor, but my GPU may not be able to run the game at that resolution at this time, but we'll see how it goes, and I'll change it off camera if that becomes an issue. So I thought for my first city I'd use the Sweeping Plains map, as if I remember correctly this one was partly based off the Canterbury Plains in New Zealand, and the weird little twang in my accent is because I'm from New Zealand myself, so this would be a good start for me, I hope. And the base theme is North American. The climate is pretty reasonable, -4 to 23 degrees Celsius. I think that's about like 20 something to I can't do Fahrenheit conversions in my head, sorry. Latitude, Southern Hemisphere, so closer to New Zealand than North America really is, but buildable area 31%. I don't know what that means. I guess the mountains, the water, and the rest is considered buildable. And outside connections, road, train, ferry, plane, and power. So I think that's all the outside connections serving this one map, like all of the possible options. And natural resources, 7.8 square kilometers of fertile land for growing crops and stuff. 209 kilotons of forest, whatever that means. 7,000 tons of ore and 10 kilotons of oil. Alright, let's select this, and then we're gonna name this city. I should have thought a name from this off camera. I have no clue. We'll go with that for now. Base theme, we'll keep on North American. I'm gonna do left-hand traffic just because I'm a Kiwi and want to do left-hand traffic. Natural disasters, I think I'm gonna turn these off because I kind of just like playing the game as sort of more of a creative art tool in a way rather than like an actual challenging game. Unlock all, we'll leave that off just for my first run through. Unlimited money, we'll leave that off for now. I might go through the tutorials in this, but I might end up cutting them out of the video depending on if they add, you know, really any value, because I'm guessing there's a lot of City Skylines videos coming out at this time. So we'll start the game. Okay, so after about a minute or so of looking at the tutorials, I decided to turn them off because it was just pretty basic stuff, like here's how to zone, which I'm used to in City Skylines 1. So this is already a bit of a change from, you know, City Skylines, the original, I guess, is that our outside connection is just a 4-lane road rather than a full-on highway. But I guess the map still has like your big highway, I don't know. Oh, you can move the camera out here, that's cool. So yeah, that's still like a 4-lane grade separated highway going right out to the edge of the map with a rail line alongside it. And a little diamond, oh no, it's a dog bone interchange because I'm really into my interchange terminologies and stuff, so I know what they're called. But yeah, this already gives me a lot of hope for this game, just even looking at this in person rather than on other people's YouTube videos. Landscaping, it gives you that right off the bat. Okay, so I can just build a big hill. I'm not going to, because I sort of, this is actually a really hilly map when you look at contour lines like that. It must be like a more than a 1 inch gradient, I'd say. Bulldoze. Okay, let's get down to placing our first road. So I noticed that you can do this, but I think for now I'm just gonna... Wait, can you put it in the middle or not? I don't know. So... I'm trying to think about how I want the road layout of this town, city, whatever you want to call it, to look. So it might come across from, like... Because this is the wider map, and I always like to think about, like, the main roads sort of go places. So if we just have one basically long old highway that stretched all along this coastline around like these foothills and stuff, then I'll probably start like this. Can you place them on the edge of... Oh no, it is outside editable areas, like so if we do that, or does it not let me build a bridge? Okay, so there works. So that'll be like our main sort of old highway that stretches through the town. So if we just think about how these things sort of start off in real life, and go, what are these snapping options? So say oh no, it is snapping to the grid, is it? So if we do that, and go, let's say, so it's still in increments of 8, which we're used to with City Skylines 1. But if we go for about a 300 meter block, see, I like this a lot more because already the block sizes are a lot bigger and you can get like deeper lots that are much more realistic. Like instead of having a 32 meter deep lot, you can have a 48 meter deep lot. So if you go like 48 by 24, it looks more in line with the sort of lot sizes that I'm used to seeing in New Zealand. So if we do that, and then probably want like just a small little bit of commercial for now, maybe like that, then like that. I'm gonna zone all these like individually just so I can have some control over the size of the houses that build in, hopefully. So we go... So it was about at this point that I realized that the game was getting quite laggy, and reviewing the footage for this section of the video, it was just unusable because there were like no frame rates getting recorded in the video software. In this section anyway, I built a water tower, a small coal power plant to power the city, and a sewage outflow pipe to satisfy the utilities demand for the houses in the city. Alright, let's see if we can get some people moving in now. It still feels really slow. I'm on 3x speed and it feels still like nothing is happening. Oh, we have someone or something that was zooming through the street before. Okay, and now I'm a little bit confused because it says, okay, we finally have someone living in the city. It must be a bit, the population number must be a bit delayed from the actual simulation or something or other. Anyways, now we can start expanding our little town. So if we start here, and what did I do before? I did 296 before, so if we do that again, then we've got like the main street with some sort of gridded side streets off to the side, which is like an okay way to start. Plus I can now fill in the rest of these spaces and see how things are looking. Yeah, that looks a lot better proportion to original City Skylines in terms of the like house to lot ratio in people having a backyard and a little bit of a front yard. It'd be interesting to see how, like, this little patch of trees behind them, how that works when the houses build in around these two sides as well, and same with these ones. Yeah. Interesting designs with the hedges around the driveways, and then there's areas that, you know, if you had the same house of this one next to it, which I'm hoping there's enough variety in them that doesn't happen, but let's see what happens. But if you get the hedge here, then it's going to look a bit awkward. Alrighty, we have our tiny village, as it's saying, with 7 residents. It seems a bit overkill to have the crane building a single-story house as well, but I guess there's some limitations or something. Could have like some trucks driving up rather than a whole crane. I feel like it takes a lot longer to build the houses in this than it did in City Skylines 1, which is kind of nice. Because otherwise it's just like, here's a house, here's a house, here's a house, and then that ended up with all those death waves and things that people didn't like. So that one's neutral. That one's neutral. I'm not very experienced at doing playthroughs like this either, so it's a bit of a learning curve for me. Okay, so where I did the 4x4 on the end, it split it up. So I don't actually like that. That's not what I was hoping. And then it's got like some 2x2s in here as well. Which, actually that one kind of makes sense because it's been subdivided, but I don't like these ones, so I'm just gonna destroy them. Whoopsies, sorry, you're gonna have to move out. Do they despawn? Yeah, gradually. No oh, that's even got like a no zoning icon. Is that one house or two? Okay, so on the ends here it still wants to split them up, which it's not done there. That's interesting. See if... oh, my demand's too high that I... there we go. Okay, I think our town is now big enough that we can have some more commercial. There. There. And we'll just keep going down the street until we run out of demand, I think. And then same deal here on the back of these lots. We'll go through and send them up. Anyway, we've got a quaint little village that's just overshadowed by this massive water tower. Do I have roundabouts yet? Because I could put a roundabout here. Okay, so it does take one zoning tile away from here, so if I do that I gotta be careful, because now I'm left with this like awkward line of single like a single zoning tile, and it looks like they don't have that size building anymore, which is honestly a good thing because I never really liked those 1x1 commercial in City Skylines 1 because they're always too small. So the night has passed, and I also did a little bit of additional work shifting the 2 coal power plants that we have, as well as the electricity transformer, but that actually isn't really a good place for it because otherwise it makes it really hard to connect up. So I'll just shift it there. Anyway, I also added in another parallel road along here, made a 4-way intersection here at this roundabout, and then decided to change it up and have this one not create a 4-way intersection, but just be like 2 offset T intersections, as well as I put in this, I raised this up to provide this bridge a bit better. I don't like the number of pillars that it has, or the fact that it has none. It looks a little bit kind of too slender that, you know, someone jumps in the middle of that bridge, it's gonna wobble horrendously and bend and flex and everything. There's an example in Palmerston North, New Zealand, which the bridge is maybe about 150 meters long, and it's got quite a few piles in between, so it's not a continuous span. Anyway, we're getting some people moving into the city now. Let's see our population view. Manini population count. So it's peaked. Wait, this one's got more options. Anyway, we're not going to delve too much into the numbers. All I know is that people are moving out of my city, so that's not a good thing. I mean, I don't blame them. We have nothing here for them, so should probably add something. Medical clinic is 60, so wait, it's got stuff off to the side as well? So it's got a parking lot there. It actually takes up quite a bit of space compared to your old like 4x4 medical clinic in City Skylines 1. Right, we are still in need of more and more residential and commercial, so just add some of that in. I don't want to fill the whole thing up, I just want to do a little bit at a time. So we'll go there. That's one too far. And the rest of this can be residential. Is that because of the pollution that it made that seem undesirable for a second? Put in some row houses here. Okay, don't complain, please. Just a few, because I don't want to overdo it, and it looks like that's satisfied like all my demand, so here we go. Should actually add some industrial now that I think about it. Give some people some employment. Actually, maybe that's why they're not moving into the city as well. Actually, I don't care so much about the lot sizes of this one, so we'll just fill them all up. See what we get. Okay, so for all those houses we got 2 factories wanting to be built, or 3 or 4, or... Okay. Let's see, city information. Okay, so now our industrial's satisfied. Alright, so the night has passed, and in that time our demand kind of fluctuated between like very high and nothing, so that's interesting to see. It'll be interesting to see what it does once we add some more suburbs and things. And oh, it's turned to autumn as well. Maybe it already was, I wasn't paying attention. But yeah, this looks nice. For those of you that have followed my channel for a while, I did a detailed autumn series in City Skylines 1. I mean, modded City Skylines is still visually slightly better than the current game, and obviously you got to balance how detailed the assets are with how people's computers can run said game. Anyway, we're going to expand out the suburbs real quick, add a couple more of these sort of gridded blocks. I noticed a lot of the people on the chirper were complaining about the pollution. Might actually turn that off though, since it's very excessive. And this road can serve as like the next major arterial. And I think we'll do one more row of this direction of parallel roads. And then beyond this point we can switch it up to be... Is 400 meters too far? Really not like in real life, but I'm worried that this game even with vast improvements over previous vast improvements over City Skylines 1 in terms of the block sizes. Just the overall scale of the city, a 400-meter block still seems very large to the game, or at least in my mind anyway. And then curve around the edge like here. Then we'll get some nice zoning following the riverside. I won't go right up to the edge, I only go like 4 or 5 deep. Anyway, we have suburban sprawl beginning, so let's go through and zone these up. Alright, so now those houses are filled in, we still have like a decent amount of demand for commercial, so let's just go through and add a little bit more, slowly expanding out the commercial zone into the residential area as would kind of reflect real life, I guess. It's like as the city expands, you just kind of retake some of the existing land and use that for other purposes, which slowly I want my downtown to kind of grow organically out from this sort of this general block or two or somewhere along this stretch of road, rather than, you know, building it all in a set place in the beginning and then expecting it to just, you know, exist. Alright, so here's our town so far. I feel like it's probably a bit larger than 193 residents though, but it is what it is apparently. That was not the right point, or that might have actually worked, but if we go here, I think these roads will make 4-way intersections, because it's not like the one main road, or I mean, this one's gonna become like one of the main arterials in some point in the future, but for now it's just some random road. And let's see, we've got a school here, so we could put that. That's like quite large, larger than I was expecting. Another milestone. I guess this can be like slightly denser housing at the back, but still nowhere near the sort of high density stuff. Alright, we've got a nice little town going here. And I think now that we got the basics set up, I might call it there for this episode. So thanks for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, subscribe for more, because I'm going to try and release quite a bit of City Skylines 2 content over the next couple of weeks as I kind of learn the game myself, and hopefully cut out all the less polished bits that are just me fumbling around with things. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.